The federal government is warning about scams related to COVID-19. They're on the rise again. So how do you protect yourself? Good question. Here's KCTV5's Joe Chiodo.
Because so many people are working from home and using their personal computers, scammers know they can capitalize. We first saw this spike happening right at the start of stay-at-home orders. Now, scams are happening at even higher rates due to the angst across the nation as coronavirus cases continue to rise. The first scam you need to know about deals with contact tracing. Tracing for COVID-19 is usually done via phone call, but some people are getting texts like this.
Anything that's claiming like you must call within 24 hours or we need your social security number, all that kind of pushy context are red flags.
It asks you to click on a link and fill out more personal information online. By clicking, consumers are asked to then give their address and social security number. Don't do this. BBB officials say it's a scam. A real tracer will never ask you for such information. The BBB says you need to pay attention to how things are worded. Tracers will and should only ask you where you've been and who you've had close contact with. In some cases, they may ask you about health, housing situations, and employment. Keep in mind, some businesses around town are asking for personal information when you visit. The BBB says it's okay to share your phone number and your name. Our next scam deals with unemployment. Scammers are pretending to be representatives of well-known businesses. They trick victims by offering them a job via email, requesting money and personal information as they fill out paperwork. According to the Better Business Bureau, 53% of the victims, more than half, were unemployed when they were targeted. Experts say it's because people are vulnerable and desperate to do anything for a job. If you get a job offer right now, make sure before accepting you thoroughly vet the company. And remember, you should never have to give money to get a job. Scammers are also capitalizing off of the Black Lives Matter movement. In this scam, you get an email with the subject line, "Vote Anonymous about Black Lives Matter." The body of the email asks you to leave a review about the movement. When you click on an attachment, cybersecurity experts say you're actually exposing your computer to malware. Once it's on your computer, it gives scammers your credentials and your data. Experts say before clicking on any link in any email right now, ask the sender for more information. And lastly, it's not just consumers falling victim. Even government agencies are the target of scammers right now. The newest trick, criminals contacting government entities desperate for PPE. Here's FBI Section Chief Stephen Merrill.
They're claiming that they can produce, in many cases, millions of masks. The state governments are sending large millions of dollars of money in anticipation of getting these masks.
And on that same note, the CDC says if you get an email or a call from someone claiming to be with a government agency, you should ignore it. The government is too busy to be calling you right now. Do not give them any personal information. Joe Chiodo, KCTV5 News.
And if you have a good question you want answered, email Joe at goodquestion@kctv5.com.